Hi, my name is Paula Kikola, and this is my witness for what I learned and experienced during our 21-day fast. This is like my 10th take because I have to keep this to 5 minutes, and every single time I start talking about this, I can't stop. So I had to make notes, and I'll just touch on briefly what I experienced and how it was amazing. When I first heard about the fast, I was a little taken aback. I didn't know churches still did this. This is not anything I experienced before in my previous church life. I was familiar with like giving up chocolate or something for Lent, but this was way different, and I knew that there was a different intention here, and it was very intentional. So I was excited for it, and so I prepped for it like the only way I know how is I watched, every YouTube video I could on it. I watched documentaries on Amazon Prime about fasting. I read all the literature that came to us through the Grace website or the app, and I definitely went to Right Now Media. If you don't have a login to Right Now Media, talk to your life group leader about getting one because it was an amazing resource and still is. It's like Netflix for God. It's awesome. But anyway, so I prepped and I was very excited. And the one thing that I was hoping to get out of this was for a close family member of mine to have a softened heart and be more open to Jesus. And so I prayed for that every day. But my focus, because I know what I struggle with most, was in coming closer to Christ, was being quiet. I have a really bad habit of just talking like all the time really fast. And I have a hard time listening, so that's a challenge of mine. And definitely when it comes to being closer to Jesus, you want to listen. So I made my chair time during that time, and I made that me and Jesus time a lot more about my being quiet and my listening. And my prayer became, "Speak, Lord, your servant is listening." And just as a mantra, would repeat that until I was in a meditative place and my heart was open and I was open to hear things. And I will not claim that I heard voices and that I experienced miracles of my eyes, but I certainly experienced miracles of my heart. And in my circle of friends and family, those who I prayed for to have a softened heart, to be more open to Jesus, it happened. It certainly happened. I saw it every day. I experienced miracles every day that I might have sloughed off as coincidences before, but I don't believe in coincidences at all anymore. And I kept a journal while I was fasting, and I even, just prepping for this talk, went through and reread some of my journal entries, and it was just so powerful. Without divulging a bunch of personal information, I just can't put into words what it has done for me. Other than to say that Jesus went from being like the guy in the sky, to someone I take a walk with every day, multiple times a day, throughout the day. I always turn to him, my body now, for comfort, instead of turning to a creature comfort. Instead, it turns to Jesus. And I can say that that's in direct response to my fast. I had tremendous support from my life group. We celebrated each other at all times. We had wonderful discussions between us about it, challenges. It wasn't easy all the time. Sometimes it was, but not all the time. It's a struggle. I would say that I have definitely learned how to sit quietly now and be comfortable in that. I love music, and I always believed that music is like praying twice. So I would always devote my time to Jesus in that way. And I still do. But almost every single day, I do make it a point now that I shut up, and I open up, and I just invite him in. And just be a place where he can come. If you let him have a home inside your heart, he will be there often and always, whenever you need him. So I would say that was my experience with the 21-day fast. I don't know if I would have been able to do it without my life group. I have become very close to the ladies that I share my life with. And because they struggle with the same things I struggle, I know I'm not alone. and we kind of keep each other on task in a very gentle and loving way. And I would say if you're not in a life group, get in one. And I would recommend it to anybody. So I think that makes about 5 minutes. I'm going to send this one in. So thanks for listening. Bye.